And we are back. 5 hours remaining. Not much I can do with the 5 hours, I'm afraid. Oh, bless you, Master Mahler. Sister Sophie. Good to see you again. And you, Mahler. The garden looks spectacular. You can get care of it. I know it's been some time, Master Mahler, but I must remind you of my vows. I cannot speak with men. Oh, shit. God bless you, Master Mahler. Sorry, I fucking forget. What is this? Prioress's house. Lisbeth Illuminata. God bless you, Master Mahler. God bless you, sister. How are you faring? Mother Illuminata is grieved to hear about Otto's death, as am I. The Lord granted me the gift of knowledge and grief, so I will help the sisters how I can. We know all things work together for good for those who love God. What do you mean? I lost my husband and son before I took my vows, Master Mahler. Lord willing, I can now guide the sisters in their grief. I pray your counsel soothes their spirits, as do I, Master Mahler. Is working for Mother Illuminata very different from working for Mother Cecilia? My duties remain the same regardless of who the prioress is. You are very devoted to the prioress, sisters. Surely you've noticed some changes. Yeah. Mother Illuminata prefers a warmer room. I maintain the hearth in her room throughout the night. That's incredibly considerate and a lot of work. Let them do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to give, willing to share, storing up a foundation in heaven. And shit. That seems like a lot of work. May it bring glory to God. I must return to my duties. God bless you, Master Mahler. And you, sister. And she won't speak to me. Alrighty then. Matilda. God bless you, Master Mahler. Sister Matilda. I wanted to thank you, Master Mahler. What for? You understood that despite what happened to me at the hands of the Baron, you did not condemn me. I appreciate that. Well, I didn't really point to Loki either. The Archdeacon surveyed the evidence. I merely spoke the truth as I saw it. Yes, well, the entire event was a tragedy. I did not expect to see you again. I'm glad the Lord gave me a chance to thank you properly. I have to get back to work. God bless you. And you, sister. Oh, and I shouldn't go mess around in her little hut there. So I feel like we've exhausted mostly everything, but unsuccessfully. The shrine is open? Shit. But, so what I was thinking earlier, what I think now, is that Otto found out maybe about the taxes from someone, not sure who, through the notes, of course. Possibly through the notes. And he found out about Guy. So whoever was profiting with Guy is the killer base. That's what I'm thinking. The hand is missing. I wonder where it's gone. I think someone mentioned that the hand is being kept in the... Or was it? Is the hand being kept anywhere? So I can't really think of anything else right now. I'll go outside, look at the journal, and then we'll see if there's anything that we're missing, really. Because if not, we might as well get this shit over with. So, we should speak with Father Thomas. Too late. Leonhard Miller, done and too late. The Golden Hand, they told me nothing. I found flowers. Oh shit, but I can't go back to the forest because there was so much to investigate back there too. But I fell down. And that's that, and we can't go back. Fine. So we have all the evidence against Guy, but I mean, he could possibly murder, and he knows his way around the nunnery as well, so he could have gone down the kitchen route. I think he's been there before too, because, or at least someone was there last time. So I'll still go talk to Nickelberger, but it's like I've spoken to him I think like 3 times now. And nothing really important has come up when it comes to the investigation. Master Mahler, is there anything I can do for you? Again, have you heard anyone here talking about Otto's murder? Not just talking about it, but you know. Yeah, you know. He understands, Casper. Exactly. Like they had something to do with it? Oh no, I think I'd remember something like that. Then again, I try not to eavesdrop on conversations. I don't want to get yelled at or worse. But maybe you could find more luck talking to people. Beer always tends to loosen the people's lips. Man, like this is sort of what I'm talking about. I should have known that I should keep talking to somebody. But it's a strange system, and I understand why it's the way it is, but it's sort of weird. Buy a round for everyone, and you can have the run of the place. You'll be here a while, though. Why not? Worth a try. I got nothing else. Have a seat, then. Folk filter in as they finish their work for the day. So I buy drinks for everyone. He's here. Pilgrims. They look like pilgrims. Some finer folk up there. The doctor with his friends. And this guy. Andres here says he's buying drinks for everyone. Oh my god, everyone? I hope it's like 1 groschen per drink or something. Before you get too excited, I'd like to say a few words about the man Tassing just lost, Otto Zimmerman. I know it's hard to think about anything but the Duke's soldiers right now, but just listen for a moment. Oh god, speeches? Otto was an asshole. Otto could be an asshole. So, people psychologically, they have a more difficult time with hearing falsehoods than, I think I mentioned this in another video too, where if you say something that's not, god damn it, if you say something that's not true, they'll correct you or they will respond in some way. If you say something that's true, then it's easier to not do anything. But I'll just stop and think about this for a minute, because I didn't know he was going to stand up and do a speech, so I'm going to have to think about this during the speech. But who am I looking at? If I say Otto could be an asshole, the people who find that, people who sort of frown at it, are probably not the people who killed him. If I say he was a good man and people frown at that, it might mean that, you know, they didn't like him, but that doesn't give us anything. So if I say Otto was an ordinary man like any of us, it doesn't really it might be a sort of a basis for the continuing speech in a sense. So you start off with making him be part of everybody, and then you pull those strings. But I think if I say Otto could be an asshole, then people who agree might come and talk to me afterwards. Good man, I don't think anybody's going to come and correct me. I'll just say Otto could be an asshole. I'm just going to rile everybody up now. But he stuck up for the people in this town. He hated the abbot and the abbey, but he was a fine carpenter like his father before him. The speech isn't going anywhere, or this direction, but he stuck up for the people in this town. I don't know. He stuck up for people in this town. Is the miller here? No. Because the murderer, basically, the only one with like the temperament for all of this bullshittery is the miller. Because he doesn't care about anything, really. So, I would imagine that he at least had his hand in it. Or he could at least have had his hand in it, but I'll just say stuck up for the people in this town. I'm not really getting a good idea of what I should do. It's a boring speech. This is a speech to rile everybody up, and this is a speech of, I'll just stick to facts until I can figure something out. And he was a loving husband to Ava and a good father to Utz. Tassing has lost a fine man. I'll say something like this because people might start to disagree. Tassing has lost a fine man. I'll say fine man because it's more general. His reward in heaven will be equal to his good deeds on earth. Hopefully St. Peter is in a charitable mood today. Christian evangelist and the first bishop of Rome, patron saint of fishermen. His reward in heaven will be equal to his good deeds on earth, and then somebody might come and talk to me about it. To Otto, who will not raise their glass? If I saw right, everyone did, but yeah. Everyone, please exercise moderation. Do not drink too heavily in Otto's memory. We aren't Lutherans. The most prominent of the Protestant branches, Lutherans were banned from propagating their ideas in the Holy Roman Empire and suffered severe persecution for their beliefs. Too late. Oh yeah, it's fucking Martin. Maybe I can finally talk to him. Samuel. Andreas Mall, alright. You're staying at the Abbey Guest House, aren't you? Excuse me, I don't think we met. How do you know my name? People say you got the town stonemason killed a few years back. That may be logically true, but it's not a fair description of what occurred. So what I learned from the previous discussions I had was that I was mean to the people who could be murderers, and they didn't give me. So I'll just try to agree with him, placate him. But he might appreciate intelligence. I think this one is usually the best one. I'll try that one. I didn't say it was fair, it's what people say. I was just telling Jan Hans and Fabian about the life of a Landsknecht. So that he is a mercenary. They're like, I guess the name comes from them not having horses, really. So he's sort of a knight, but not really. Mercenaries found throughout the Holy Roman Empire in service of the imperial army. They are known for their colorful and flamboyant fashion, their ferocity, and their short lifespan. Seems pretty old, though. What's the pay like? Is it dangerous? 4 gold in a month, and yes, it's dangerous. Mind that you do have to pay for your own equipment. Yeah, so you can save money on equipment and then get killed in battle. How much? 13 to 15 golden. Damn, that's more than 10. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's 3 to 5 more than 10. Do you have 10 golden? Oh, no, I don't have any golden. You see what I'm dealing with here, Mauler? You boy. Me? Yes, you look like you're from a family that isn't completely impoverished. Want to join up? The boy's my apprentice. Well, are you tired of being my apprentice yet? What? Well, no, I mean, of course not. I must admit I'm relieved. What would I do without my apprentice? Well, it would be a hard transition when artist apprentice to professional soldier. And I think this is more serious. The conversation is more serious than I thought for this, because I'm just joking, but I'll keep it in line. And they'll be alright, your family in Salzburg. Thank you, Master Andreas. Well then, would you be interested in playing a card game to pass the time? We're playing Landsquenet. I don't know what that is. I think I played that game before in a brothel. I'm not familiar with the game. I'll explain the rules as we go. They're simple. Want to play? I didn't choose that one because I'm not sure he appreciates that, but he's a mercenary. I don't know what I was thinking. In my head, I confused him for a nobleman for a second. Sure. The rules are simple enough. Pay attention, boys. If you forget everything else, remember that you want to see a card that watches what's in front of you get dealt into the center. That means you win. That matches what's in front of you dealt into the center. If you see matching cards going into the discard pile, your chances of winning are going down because there are only 4 of a kind in the deck. Now at the start of each hand, everyone has to ante in money to play. With 4 players, we each ante a penny. After the ante, the dealer shuffles, then deals 1 card to every player at the table, starting with himself. Alright. So I'm guessing that's not really an ace. That's just a single acorn. Queen, maybe the Duchess, I don't know. B for boy. K for king, I guess. Death or knight or something. Alright. All cards are dealt face up in this game, so we all know what we're dealing with. The value of the card is only important if we run through the whole deck, but it may influence your strategy. In this game, the queen is the high card, followed by the king, and then the farmer. So, queen, king, farmer, Mr. Acorn. Each turn, you can raise by the ante, stay, or fold from the game. Seems simple. 40 cards in deck. 3 besides my own will result in a victory. I think I can figure the odds I'll win. I think if I can figure the odds I'll win. I think I can figure the odds and win. So there's 40 cards minus 4. Well, is there 40 left in the deck? Or 44 total, but it's not going to change it too much. No, there's 40 cards. There has to be 40 cards, I would imagine, because then the numbers make sense. If there's 4 of each card, there's 10 different types of card. Possibly. Alright, so let's assume that there's Let's assume there's 10 different types of cards. So I'm sort of, my chances right now are, oh, right, because I'm smart, I can see 24%. So he has the highest chance, then him, then me, and then this guy. So I'll just stay here. However, if any player raises, every other player must meet the raise. So I have 19, 18, 18, 18, so I have more now. The 24% chance of winning is not good, so I'll just I'll leave now. Hope I can play more rounds. When all players are finished, we deal 3 cards into the discard pile, then we bet again. So he's already lost. Well, I can just finish the sentence there. he's already lost, basically, but well, we'll see. So do you have to bet again, I think? Then one goes in the middle. If it matches any player's card, that player wins. Okay, alright. So we're getting there. So 7 matches, no one. If it doesn't match, we go through another round until someone wins or we run out of cards. This actually seems like a fun game. But he's got, his chances of winning statistically aren't very high right now, because they're going to discard 3 cards every turn. So oh shit, but he won because of you would have won the money if we were playing a real hand. Why weren't we playing a real hand? Give him the fucking money. He's like a he's like I don't know what he is, but he deserves all this money. If we run out of cards, the highest card wins. If multiple players have high cards, the highest suit wins. What is the highest suit? Leaves high, hearts, bells, and acorns at the bottom. So leave, heart, bell, and then acorn. I won't remember that probably, but we'll see. Alright, let's play a real game now. So, I would imagine that because he's like a mercenary, he travels from town to town, he knows the rules, he has the deck, so I would imagine that he's cheating. And I think especially that because he won, it sort of makes me question this whole thing, so I'm gonna stay and might as well explain my reasoning in games in general, I guess, but it's I shouldn't bet now because then someone might just not play at all and they have worse cards than I do. So the chances are better that it's better for me that it's better for me if more people join when I'm doing good. And if everything turns to shit, then, you know, I tried my best and then I can just give up. But I'll stay here. My chances are fairly good right now, but... Why is the queen higher than the king? Because Our Lady is the patron of all Landsknechts. I chose to honor her in this way. Alright, so this is the king, I would imagine, and we are the farmer. And he is also the king. So and we lost one card already, and there's two of our cards here. And then leaves were higher than hearts. Although that, no, that's an acorn, I would imagine, because it has a fucking acorn. So I would win from these two. But since we're sort of both competing against this, I'll stay and then I'll fold if someone wants to increase it. So, two queens have gone. There's not really much change. There we go. So, I could have pushed them out of the game, but the other option is not good. Now that one hand has been dealt, the dealer hands the deck to the player on his left. He is now the dealer for the next hand. So so if the cards run out completely, then the suit matters. But since they both won, they split the pot because there were still cards remaining. Right. So if I bet now. If I bet now, these guys probably won't join, and we have an even chance of winning. So if they join, they have a chance of winning. But it depends on if they really want to go for it, because I feel like there's so many chances for them to win, even with crappy cards, that it's sort of worth to keep going, and it's not worth me betting right now, because the chances of me or us winning are fairly low. So I'll just... So he folded, and that means that there's already two of the same cards are... two of my cards are gone, so I have less of a chance of winning than they do, so I should fold. Some more beer, Samuel? Why not? Master Mauler is paying. Oh, fuck. Here you are, boys. Enjoy. Thanks. I like Mistress Hannah. She says she brings food to the men working on the rot house. My dad said she's always over there. Seems weird. And she's a bit of a slut. Maybe it's just Christian charity. Come on, boys. Back to the game. Why are they called farmers? They're making books and holding guns. It's just what some people call them. Others may call them knaves, undermen, overmen. Just, they're farmers. Yeah, they're basically your artisans and things. So right now he's got a better chance. No, he doesn't. Basically got equal chance of winning right now. So if we would have stayed, we would now be very much at a loss, basically. Now he has a higher chance of winning, but he still won. Wasn't much. Two people competing in this game is more luck than anything else, I think. I'll continue playing, but I'm not sure how long this is gonna take. Like, because I don't understand how this works. Like time passage. Like if I keep playing all night, can I keep playing all night? I don't know. Have you traveled far, Samuel? I suppose. All over the empire and down south. Navarre, Milan, Pavia. Milan, one of the largest cities in Europe. Milan was once a major city-state in the Italian peninsula before becoming part of the Spanish Habsburg Empire. It is an economic and cultural power due to its position along central trade routes. Yeah, it's not a coastal town, but the land routes are pretty, well, relatively good, I would imagine. Everybody coming from Germany probably has to go through Milan, maybe. Must be really far away. I never heard of any of those places. Pavia or Davia? I've heard about that battle, I think. You fought the French? French and Italian. Swiss too. Beat them all. I saw the King of France humiliated as my brothers took him prisoner and led him from the field. If I die in my sleep tonight, I can say that I basked in glory for one day of this miserable life. So we would have won had we stayed. Still equal standing for them, I think. Basically a game of luck, but maybe this round the deck is going to run out. Hans wins again. He's becoming filthy rich. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything important anymore, but at least for now, but we'll see. It doesn't really matter what I do now. Might as well speed things up a little bit. I mean, yeah, might as well, because it doesn't really make a difference. Oh, shit. My dad's going to kill me for losing all that money. I wish you better luck with that, then. So he's out already. We're down to 3 players, so ante and raises all increase by 1 pfennig. Pfennig. Common low-value silver coins, the Germanic equivalent of the Roman denarius. Pfennigs are minted throughout the Holy Roman Empire and vary widely in style, silver content, and value. Alright. When we go down to 2 players, it will increase by another pfennig. Fine, just talk about stuff, please. Right. So maybe they're not talking anymore, so I'll just leave. It's a really fun game, but I need to do other things. Thanks for the game, but I'm done for now. Of course. Until later, Andreas. I think Barbara and Werner, and that's it. I'll talk to Werner first. Oh shit, Italian. Queste di persona. Yeah, Italian is one of those languages that I am not familiar with. Only the sound of it. Oh, Master Mahler, thank you for the drink. Care to join us? The other doctors and I are having quite the chat. Nothing like a little drink to lubricate the mind, I say. I'd be honored to join you. I'd love to join you. Certainly, I'll introduce you. Gentlemen doctors, this is Andreas Mahler, master artist in Nuremberg. Mark Anthony Orsi, Vincenzo Ambrosi, and Angelo Gacciarni are esteemed doctors from Bologna traveling to Flanders. I'm afraid I don't speak Italian and my Latin isn't that good, but it is a pleasure to meet you. Also speak Dutch. I do not speak Dutch. I spreek Dutch either. Sprak. I don't know Dutch. Français? Do you speak French? Oui, oui. Yes, I do. Only English. So he's speaking old English, which is pretty much well, it's not the same as Dutch, but it's close. So it's I can't remember who it was. Like a language guy. He studies Old English, so I think he knows how to speak Old English. And he went to the Netherlands and he spoke Old English to the Dutch, and they didn't really understand much, but he used like common words, like words for cattle and things like that, and then they started to pick up on some things that he was saying. So modern Dutch speakers, I think, could at least interpret Old English in a sense. I can't speak French or Dutch, only English. Oh, I know English as well. French and English should be fine. I'm not going to the discotheque. Well, where is the discotheque? It's like a language learning book or record or whatever. Your house something. Damn it. I don't understand. Andreas. I'll translate that for you. Andreas, we're talking about Pliny's natural history. Do you know it? I think it's shit. That's the old... It's I think it's think, and then there's another letter for a little where the T is harder. So Mark Antonio thinks that's overly critical. What do you think? Do you know it, Andreas? I must admit my ignorance, but please continue your conversation, gentlemen. In truth, I'm not familiar with... Yeah, I want them to carry on talking, I guess, but I'd love to hear what they have to say. I don't think they really have anything to say, because they didn't examine the body or anything. But please continue. Thank you very much. It is damned. 15th century Italian physician and humanist, dedicated himself to correcting mistranslations of Pliny's natural history and verifying existing medical texts. So I think I read it, or parts of it, at some point, and I had it as a digital copy, I think, but then it was, well, it was old. So it has some pretty crazy stuff in there, if it's the right book. So I'm sort of trying to read it, but I wouldn't dare guess. So something about errors in it, and so maybe they're talking about the thing that was just mentioned there, that the other version is good, the other one is bad, or something. So yeah, a lot of stuff. I guess maybe it was translated from Arabic to Italian or something like that, from Latin to Arabic to something, I don't know. Apologies, Andreas, this must be very boring. Even we are bored with debating the topic. Even an ignorant man would be moved by your passion on the topic, good doctors. I admit, it's a rousing subject for us. The Vigil of Saint Giovanni. Saint George. English. Oh my God. So this English, I don't think is, yeah, it's not Old English. Just, I don't think anybody will make that mistake, but just to say it out loud. I'm sorry, Andreas, my German is so poor I didn't understand. Well, there you have it. What? Don't trouble yourself over it. I don't know what's going on. Do you know the man well? Not that well. I lodged at his wife's home. Oh, the dead guy. Not that well. I lodged at his wife's home for a while a few years ago. Well enough. He was a good man. Yes, I considered him a friend. I didn't know him that well. I think, yeah, because now I'm forgetting what I've done. Well, I pray that he is near to God now. Andreas, I was just telling them I was there after the murder happened. That's right, Dr. Stoltz and his neighbor were the first people on the scene. Why is that remembered? Was that what all the commotion was about? It woke us up, but we didn't know what was happening. Interesting. Do you see anything unusual around the time? I'll just... We called out for the innkeeper. He and his boy came out and looked confused. But not the wife. However, the wife is just sleeping around with everybody. I would assume so. Again, there's no evidence, but she wasn't around. Anything else? Oh, shit. I heard that nope. I heard there was an accident by the town hall. It was intentional. ground. Andreas, I'm just telling him it wasn't an accident, that Otto was murdered. As he arrived on the scene, Dr. Stoltz saw a suspicious figure lurking in the darkness. So he hasn't mentioned this to anyone else. What? It was murder? He hasn't even... Well, maybe they hadn't gotten around to it yet. I don't know. Yes, and I'm making a list of suspects. Yes, and the peasants are blaming the abbot. Here's the thing. If I say that I'm making a list of suspects, she's going to close down even more. But she's already shut down, so... Yep. I'm sorry, just a moment. Do you remember anything else about that night? This is the reaction I wanted. Maybe a little extreme, but you know, at least some reaction from my aggressive antics. No, I'm afraid not. Oh well, the entire evening is still shrouded in mystery. It was nice meeting you, gentlemen, but I must attend to other business. Safe journeys. Merci infiniment. God with you, Andreas. Oh, Andreas. Yes, Werner? Nice. Oh, I mentioned it. I thought he might not like me mentioning him in it, but I guess it makes him look cool and he doesn't want to mention it. But yes. Maybe it's nothing, but the murder has got my mind turning over possible suspects. I've seen Otto and Martin Bauer talking a great deal in the last few weeks. I can't guess what the matter was, but you should know there's something strange about Martin. How? A year before you first came to Tassing, I treated young Martin Bauer for an injury. He cut his side open falling on a rough fence post. The wood was jagged and tore the skin considerably. It healed quickly enough, but it left a bad scar, about 8 inches long and 4 wide. What's so strange about that? I examined him for a minor rash a month ago. He doesn't have the scar anymore. It's completely vanished. What? It's not Martin. Martin is not Martin. Holy shit. Think nothing of it. I don't want to say I've thought poorly of you, but I'd just rather just say apologies if I've ever treated you badly. The people of Tassing should be proud to have you. I appreciate that sort of backhanded compliment. Until later, Andreas. Oh my god, alright. So where does this leave us? Martin came back, but he's not Martin. What? Wait, what? Martin has a twin, doesn't make sense. I really should be writing this down somewhere, but after this the only thing I need to remember is look at my notes. I'll talk to Barbara in the next episode. This has already gone on far too long, but I think it's good to end on a cliffhanger. Martin is not Martin. I'll see you in the next one.